Hi everyone, so I think I wanted to talk today about expectations. I think part of success really comes in what other people expect from you. To a certain extent, your success is purely limited by what they expect and if you can go above and beyond that. For me, I think managing expectations of clients is really important, especially when you start out and you want to give them the world and you want to kind of promise everything, and you don't deliver. And then it looks like you're incapable of doing your job. And actually what you've done is you've raised their expectations so high that you were never going to be able to do it, no matter how great you were, no matter how many resources you have, you were never going to fulfill those expectations. So it's really important to manage them with your clients. And that's not to say set the bar really low so that they don't expect anything of you, but it's to make sure that they understand your limitations. So don't say, yes, I can turn something over in 24 hours, struggle, don't meet the deadline, and then you're forever known as the writer who doesn't meet deadlines. So for me, one of the ways I do this is I make sure that the deadlines are always realistic. Sometimes I will push it and I will say, oh yes, I can get this back to you in 24 hours, and then 2 hours before the deadline I'm writing away and I'm trying to get it done. But I know in the back of my mind that if I really push myself, or I push one of the other writers or whatever, they can get it done. And so it's really important to make sure that it's not just about deadlines, it's about quality of the piece. Sometimes clients don't know what they want, they don't understand what's going to be most useful for them, and if you have that knowledge, then share it with them. Some people think that by not saying anything and just doing exactly what the client wants, you're going to keep that relationship, but actually it's your job as the professional here and the expert here to tell them, actually I don't think this is going to work, and showing your knowledge and showing that you can give them that advice. It helps them to trust you more, and it helps them to realise that in actual fact, whether they think that it's suitable or not, you are helping their business long term, and that generates a really good relationship. And it also sets the expectation that in the future, if you make a suggestion or you make an edit that they don't always agree with, more often than not they'll go with it. Now at the end of the day, the client has full say, but all you can do is offer your expertise and opinion, and they can either take it or leave it, so that's up to them. But when it comes to setting expectations, make sure you're realistic, make sure that when it's about deadlines or content or anything else, that you're not putting yourself into a box, you're not pushing yourself into a corner where you're going to let your client down. And I think, especially for beginners, that is the most important thing to remember. Don't, tell them, oh, well, I'll have it back in 2 weeks, when you think it'll take you a couple of days, but at the same time, don't be making promises you can't keep, otherwise your business is not going to get started, you're not going to get off the ground, you're not going to get that reputation. You want to go above and beyond expectations, so make sure that they are realistic to begin with, and then exceed them, and you'll find it a lot easier. So hopefully this is going to help you with your relationship with your clients. If you have any questions about expectations, I'm happy to answer them, so put them in the comments below, and I shall speak to you soon. Bye!